Hi, welcome to Mamas and Mannies. I'm your host, Trina. This is a short form podcast for mamas that are looking for a quick burst of me time. But before we get started, go ahead and hit the like button. Share this with another mama that is looking for something to do for Thanksgiving, that week-long break that you spend with your family. Everybody's out of school, all the family's at the house. As always, we're going to start the episode off with a motivational quote or a motivational mantra. This week's quote is, say, I am powerful and I believe I am worth it. Again, the quote is, say to yourself, say, I am powerful and believe I am worth it. Great way to start the week out. Great way to keep your motivation going and make sure everything inside of you is powerful and you believe that you are worth it. But guess what time it is? It's mama time. So this week's mama time is going to be about that week-long break that you have over the Thanksgiving holiday when your kids are out of school. I don't think they do Thanksgiving camps. I guess if you have a daycare that would take your kids for a week, or like if they do before care or after care with school, maybe that daycare, if you do something like that, or wherever they go for that, they can take your kids during the day for a Thanksgiving break. If they do, that's great. But usually, of course, Thursday, and a lot of times on Friday, those type of camps or daycares or programs like that are closed. So you still need something to do with your kids. So I use ChatGPT and I just put in what are some, let's see, what did I put in exactly? I think I put in what are some activities to do with your kids during the Thanksgiving break. Let's see. Yeah, I put what are fun kids activities for Thanksgiving break. So it really depends on how old your kids are. They do give a great list, like a wide range, I think, for ages to do during the Thanksgiving break. The first one is Thanksgiving crafts. We can do the handprint turkeys. That would be more for like your early elementary kids or kids that aren't in school, like your pre-K or younger kids. The usual, get your kids' handprints, put them on a paper or get their hands, trace it out, and then decorate. Once you cut it out, decorate like where the wrist is at, put a tail on there, have a good time. That really teaches scissor skills with your smaller kids, opens up their creativity, gives them that ability to design things that they like to do from something basically they made from scratch. Pine cone turkeys. You can use pine cones, feathers, googly eyes to make cute turkeys. This is always a great one. I'm sure it's a way to clean pine cones. If you want to go out to your yard, you can do that. Oh, here's a better one. You can still get the pine cones from your yard, but if you don't want to bring them inside and put them on your table, what you can do, or if you don't have a way of cleaning them, you can always do something kind of like on your front porch or the front of your house. So get the number of pine cones, like for us, we're a family of 4. So get 4 pine cones, maybe different sizes to represent each family member, like a tall, short, 2 smaller ones. And then get your kids to kind of decorate them that way. If you have spray paint, you can do that. If you have other things, like it said, feathers, googly eyes, stuff like that, just decorating, that'd be something cute for your front porch. Gratitude jars, and I think this is a great one for all ages. You can decorate a jar. Each one of your kids can have a jar, or if you have a big jar, everyone can do it in the family. Maybe you can do it up to the week of Thanksgiving, or maybe that Sunday to Wednesday, and just put things in the gratitude jar and have your kids and everyone in your house come up with things that they're grateful for, maybe 1 or 2 things during the day, each day leading up to Thanksgiving. And that way on Thanksgiving, you can actually take out a few of them, let each person read what someone put in there. And I think that's actually a great idea. Next is baking and cooking together. That's something I did growing up. with my mom as well as my grandma. I actually used to love to go to my grandmother's house the week of Thanksgiving. I felt like the whole week she was getting ready. One day she would clean her greens. So that means you had to go through, pull the stem or the vein out of the green. She would cut them up and, of course, soak them in the sink. So peel them, peel the vein out, cut them up, let them soak in the sink. I feel like she let them soak for about a day, if not more than that, with all that salt to get all that grindiness out of it. Then the next day we would pick black-eyed peas, my favorite thing that my grandma used to cook. So we had to pick peas. I think she only did black-eyed peas. And then, so if we did that Monday and Tuesday, on Wednesday was her day she would cook sweet potato pies. My grandma was so nice and gracious. She cooked sweet potato pies, I feel like, for almost anybody that asked. I'm sure that probably wasn't the case. But she would make my mom or my aunts go to the store. They would take her, because she used to like to pick her sweet potatoes. Somehow she could tell if they would be stringy. So she would pick the right sweet potatoes, all her other ingredients. And then on Wednesday, she would boil her sweet potatoes, let them cool, peel them, mash them very smooth. My grandma did not have a hand mixer, so she would mash them very smooth, make them. She would make a whole bunch of pies, fill them, the best thing ever. And I'm trying to think, she would fill them, and I think she cooked like not the day before. I think she cooked the morning of Thanksgiving. And then same thing with my mom. My grandma did not cook turkey or ham, because I think my uncle used to bring a turkey, like honey baked ham, and then he would do like a Cajun turkey from Popeyes. So that was fun. I think that's a great tradition to pass down through generations, cooking. And just, like I said, going and getting the ingredients. That way, if you have a special recipe, your kids can actually pass that down to their kids, and just generational. Next is family games. So you can have like a turkey trot race, Thanksgiving bingo. Ooh, that's a good one. Use Thanksgiving themed words and images for the square. So that's actually a fun one. Charades, act out Thanksgiving themes that deal with around a Thanksgiving holiday. I was about to say Turkey Day. Like cooking dinner, football game, Black Friday, things like that. Next would be movie and pajama day. This is what I plan on doing with my kids. I talked about sleepover parties, so I'm definitely going to be doing sleepover parties probably all that week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. That way we can just have that time together in the evening. And then I may do Christmas movies, or see if there's some Thanksgiving movies out there. That'll definitely be fun. If you have matching pajamas like from the year before, or you guys have like a color you all can wear, that'll be great to do. Next, we have read together. So if there are any type of Thanksgiving, and this can be a wide range of ages as well. If you have older kids, see if there's some type of Thanksgiving novel. Maybe if you can get like a mystery novel. For your younger kids, there are a lot of Thanksgiving books that you can get out there. Probably every character, Mickey, Minnie, Bluey, Gabby's Dollhouse, probably everyone has a Thanksgiving themed book. So that's always great. Kind of make sure your kids are still reading and they just don't have a week of like no school work at all. So these are just some fun Thanksgiving activities you can do with your family. Even some of them, if you have older kids that are out the house and grown, or like late high schoolers, you can still do these things, make them fun. If you have older kids, kind of put your kids in charge of those activities. That way it also gives you a Thanksgiving tradition that can carry on throughout the years, which is always fun. And I think that's one of the good things about Thanksgiving. You have something to look forward to, whether it's, on Thanksgiving, we always read this book. Like I said, I make pies with my grandma, things like that, whatever it may be. Just continue to keep that going. So comment, let us know, what are your Thanksgiving traditions, what you do for the holiday, what don't you do? Because someone may say, I don't cook, I let my family cook. If you have older kids, that would be great. What are some other fun things? Do you do things outside a great question is, do you get your Christmas tree on either, Thanksgiving Day or the weekend of Thanksgiving? I would love to know that. And then just leave a comment. I would love to hear from you, even if it's a small comment of love the episode, love the show. Would love to hear that. Hit the like button, hit the bell for notifications so you'll know when we come out with a new episode on Mondays. Share this with another mama. Check us out on our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, all at Mommas and Mannies. That way you'll know what we have going on and you'll just be connected with us. Remember, as always, me time is essential and it's never selfish. Have a great week, mamas.